स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम आज दुनिया में अपना परचम लहरा रहा है। ये भारत के स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम की ताकत है कि वो पैशन से, सिंसियरिटी से और इंटीग्रिटी से भरा हुआ है। पांच साल पहले देश में जहां 500 स्टार्टअप्स भी नहीं थे, आज उनकी संख्या बढ़कर 60,000 60,000 तक पहुंच चुकी है। आपके पास इनोवेशन की शक्ति है, आपके पास नए आइडियाज हैं, आप नौजवान ऊर्जा से भरे हुए हैं और आप बिजनेस के तौर तरीके बदल रहे हैं।
I need funding. No money.
You want funding, son? You have a very good idea.
Yes.
Let's see. Come on. Let's find someone who can
Lord, is
fund
that
your idea.
Is that Lord speaking? Hold on. We'll look for funding for our company. Stay tuned. As a new entrepreneur, I wanted to start a business. I wanted to start a business with a new tech startup idea that I have. But unfortunately, I do not have any money. I need to find someone who can lend me some money. If I go to the bank, banks are not going to listen to me because I do not have previous business experience. I do not have the expertise to handle huge amount of money that can give the confidence to the banks so that they can lend me money. So the banks are out of question. I can go up to big businesses, big corporate houses, big people, big investors. They'll also behave the same way. They'll say, you don't have any expertise. How would you do it? How will you run it? No matter what business plans I propose, whatever I do, they are not convinced. We tried hard. But now, what to do? I have the idea. I have to launch it. I have to reach my friend. Let's see who gets ready to come with me on board on this tech startup idea.
के लिए तैयार हूँ। फिर अपना बिजनेस करेंगे साझेदारी में 50-50।
मतलब तू दहेज लेकर मुझे पार्टनर बनाएगा, बराबर का?
Now I tried to convince my friend, but unfortunately the amount that he was paying me was not enough for me to give him a 50% share of my company. I wanted a little bit more, but he wasn't ready to give more from his corpus. So what he did is he said he'll bring in another investor. One of his friends is going to come in. And then those two friends and myself, we three of us are going to start this company. Of course, the majority stakeholder will be with me because I am the one who has the plan and who is putting in the maximum amount of money. He and his friend puts in a little bit of money and they want 5% stake in the company. So let's see how this stakeholding pattern now looks like. They are interested in the business, they are interested in the idea, they are very much excited, but unfortunately they are not ready to shed a big amount of money into this business. So unfortunately, even though we thought of doing a 50-50 partnership business, but this wasn't successful. So we landed up with a 45-5 and 50% breakup. Let's see how the structure of the company would look like. Now this money that the friend is giving me is not a loan. They are giving it to me as a percentage stake in the company. They want a shareholding in the company. They want a portion of my company. It's not a loan that they're giving me. These two friends are like an angel to me. They just came from nowhere when nobody was ready to believe me. No banks, no institutional investor, no businessman is ready to believe in my idea and invest in my idea. These two friends, they came in like an angel to help me out in my business. They have put in their hard-earned money to get a stake in my company, which is absolutely a very, very small company. It has no existence as of now in this market. They are the angel investors. Now, after we sat together, we decided what to do, and we chalked out the business calculation, the idea, the plan, the amount of work that we are going to do. When we chalked out all these calculations, we finally figured out the valuation of the company. The amount that we have put in the company is 1 crore. Let's take it as 1 crore just to understand how the structure would look like. This 1 crore amount that has come into the company is the seed capital of the company. This seed capital that is there in the company that we have put in, it's not with our account, it's not in our bank accounts, it's with the company's bank account, and hence this is called the share capital of the company. So the money we put in is the seed money. This money, when this money goes into the company's account as a startup, it becomes the share capital of the company. Now, share capital, as the term suggests, shares. When we shared an amount, we have to share the portion of the company too, in proportion to the amount that has been put in. And the proportion of money that we have put in this company, shares will be distributed as per the proportion of the money that we have put in this company. And so those two friends who have put in money will also get certain percentage of the company. They will be the shareholder, the first shareholder of the company. Now let's try and understand the valuation of the company. What is the valuation of the company? How much is my company worth now? The company is worth as much as we have put in. Why? Because as of now, there is no production in the company, there is no services provided, there is no goods distributed, no wealth created, no brand name created for the company. And so, since nobody knows the company, it's just amongst us, between three of us. So the money that we have put in is the valuation of the company. So we have put in 1 crore, the valuation of the company is 1 crore, which is the same as the seed capital. Now, since people have invested in my company, they do want a share of my company. What will be the share distribution pattern? How will I break my company down? Remember, we have put in 1 crore. So 1 crore divided by the price of 1 share will be the number of shares in the company. So just for an assumption, let's say we break down the company into small shares and each share is worth rupees 10, just 10 rupees. So how many shares are we going to have now? This 1 crore divided by 10 rupees. We are going to have 10 lakh shares with us. This 10 rupee per share, the value of 10 rupees for 1 share is called the face value of the share. This is where the face value of the share is determined at the very initial stage when we break down the company into smaller pieces. So 10 rupees is now the face value of the share. Now what happens to this 10 lakh shares that we just formed in this company? We broke down the company to form 10 lakh shares. What will happen to this 10 lakh shares? These 10 lakh shares are known as the authorized shares of the company. Now, as per the business model, the business strategy, the amount that we have put in, the amount of work that we're going to do, the amount of work that will be distributed amongst us, we have proposed a plan that 50% of the share will remain with the company and the remaining 50% of the share will be distributed amongst three of us. And so the amount of money that we have put in and the fraction of distribution that is agreed between the two friends and myself is something like this. So we couldn't settle down to get a 50-50 partnership between the friends. So this is what we have formed. The promoter takes 40% shares and each of those two friends take 5% each. So that makes 50% shares given to these three friends, and the remaining 50% share remains with the company. So this is how the final share distribution of the company now looks like. So now here we see the promoter holds 40% share. That's what we have agreed. And so 40% of 10 lakh shares will be 4 lakh shares. So he keeps 4 lakh shares with himself. The first friend, who is the first angel, remember we said these are like the angels to the promoter. So the first friend, the first angel investor, he keeps 5% to his name. So that's 50,000 shares to his name. The second angel, he also keeps 5% shares to his name. So that is 50,000 shares to his name. So this is how it goes. From 10 lakh shares, 4 lakh shares stays with the promoter of the company, the person who started the company. 50,000 shares goes to the first friend, 50,000 share goes to the second friend, and the remaining 5 lakh shares remains or stays with the company. So this is how it looks like. The total is 10 lakh shares, 4 lakh with the promoter, 5 lakh with the first friend, 5 lakh with the second friend, 4 lakh with the promoter, 50,000 with the first friend, 50,000 with the second friend, 5 lakhs with the company. And with the shareholding pattern looking like this: 40% with the promoter, 5% with the first friend, 5% with the second friend, and 50% remains with the company. So now this is where the valuation looks like. With 10 rupees a share and 4 lakh shares to the promoter, the value for the promoter is now 40 lakhs. For the angel investor, the valuation of his shareholding is now 5 lakhs. The same is with the angel investor 2, and with the company, with 5 lakh shares in the company at 10 rupees each, it's 50 lakhs that remains with the company. Okay, these 5 lakh shares that remains with the company are authorized, but they are not allotted to anybody. So now the company is split up between 3 friends, and a portion of the share still remains with the company. So this is how the first stage looks like. We are all set, the funding is there, the planning is there. We are ready to take on the market with a plan and launch a huge business out of our big idea that we have. So stay tuned. We'll continue this in our next session to see how we start running the business and what problems we come across and how do we expand our business in the forthcoming series of these videos. So stay tuned. Do like and subscribe this channel, and we'll bring you the entire series from launching this startup to taking the startup and listing it in the stock market. That's the IPO. It's an interesting story. Stay tuned. Till then, SG signing off. Goodbye.